Thank you, Senator Kane. Senator Tuberville, please.
Thank you very much. I hate to look in the past, but, the last few months we knew this was coming. I think both of you will recognize that. And Ms. Connolly, you said that we didn't do a whole lot maybe because we didn't want to escalate this problem. We should have been in prevention. I don't know why we didn't say, listen, this is going to be your sanctions the first day you walk across that border. We should have put weapon after weapon in Poland and Romania at the beginning. Hey, this is what we got. This is what you're going to get if you cross the border. I don't understand that. So how can we learn from the past? Should we have done more the last 6 months than we've done the last week? Ms. Connolly, you go first.
Hindsight is always 20/20, Senator. I think we should have seen last April and May's military buildup on Ukraine's borders as what it was, the beginning of this conflict in many ways. When Russian Defense Minister Shoigu said that Russia was pulling back after the exercise, they didn't pull back. They were there. So yes, but I can look back in our history. We were unprepared and unwilling to go into the First World War or the Second World War. We don't typically go in quickly. We wait. We hesitate. We should have seen this, yes. We should have perhaps understood that Vladimir Putin, for the first time now, is willing to absorb enormous political cost to accomplish this. We should have seen those signals coming. We were getting used to him being a cost-effective power, meaning he uses mercenaries like Wagner. He uses disinformation, malign influence. That's cheap to great effect. This is costly to him. This is what makes this move so unusual. But in some ways, we should have picked up these signals. Alliance unity is also important to this question. And I know the administration was delaying in some ways to bring as many on board, and we're seeing the benefits of that today. But we did miss signs, and this is now not the time, in my view, for the policy postmortem. But we do need, because successive administrations have gotten this wrong. But now we have to focus totally on this moment and supporting Ukraine. I don't support going into a shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Thank you, Senator. I mean, hindsight is 20/20. We ought to look clearly at what happened and what we would not repeat doing. Conventional presence matters. We should be reinforcing more than the administration has already done with our NATO allies bordering Ukraine. Lethal force should have been delivered. It was not. We gave up the airspace. We're paying the price now. That needs to be relooked at and not allowed to repeat itself. And exercises, showing of force and how we would operate together was not done. We need to do more of that.
Well, one good thing is some of these people in NATO finally woke up because it's on their border, it's not on ours. And finally, it looks like they're going to chip in. The massive missile barrage, Mr. Zackham, underscores the need for a robust missile defense, not just obviously where we're at now, but obviously, with China. Are we prepared, with the Aegis Ashore systems and, the destroyers that we have en route, are we prepared at this point, or is that what you're talking about earlier about we need to spend more money on some of these items?
Well, this is a high demand, low density capability, and you put your finger on a capability that those who worry about focusing too much in Europe because we have to focus on China and Taiwan, they'll point to exactly what this capability, air defense systems. Yes, so investment is the key to addressing the capability shortage. Of course, there's a time horizon there, and now we're in a situation where we're going to have to pick favorites. We shouldn't have been in that situation. Everybody's known the defense strategies, not just of the past administration, but before it. This was a key capability to invest in, and we simply don't have adequate ships and systems to take care of all of our interests.
Yeah, I know you're talking earlier about raising the defense budget, and we all understand that. And the problem I've got too is a lot of our money goes to places that it doesn't help our war fighters. For instance, I had General Milley in there one day. He's got 400 people that work, 4,000 people that work for him. I mean, that Pentagon's way too big. I mean, we got to get people out of that Pentagon and making decisions and putting a rifle in their arms. I mean, we need to do more of preparing for the future. China is sitting around and just waiting to go into Taiwan, and we understand that. But I want to thank both of you for what you're doing. We need to speak up for more money. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We've got to spend more money. We just got Germany to spend money. I mean, that's a miracle. for them to say we're going to spend, over 2% of our defense budget. And we used to spend 7%. Now we're down to about 3.5%. And we've got to wake up and smell the roses, or we're not going to have any roses to smell. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Tuberville. Senator King, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. A couple of points I think that are important to provide some context.